Hello there, Sagittarius, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today I'm doing a special reading. This is for as we're clearing out the end of Virgo season and stepping into Libra season. We're going to be, having all these emotional feelings maybe bubbling up or situations that come into our life that help us to finally clear out some old energies, relationships, or people, things, situations, and to embrace the new and exciting, more balanced energy of the Libra season. So we'll see what energies you have for these last few weeks in Virgo season. Virgo season ends September 21st. That's also the fall equinox. We step into the Libra season, also have a full moon. So it's kind of like, a major shift if you're feeling a lot of changes in your energy these next couple of weeks. That's the reason why September can sometimes be a lot of change, but it's only to bring in a new and more balanced energies as we step into Libra season. So we'll take a look at the overall oracle cards, the energies in your past, present, and future, and then we'll look with the tarot for some more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. Okay, Sag, let's get into it. So we're going to first take a look with the oracle cards about your past, your present, and your future energy. So let's see what we have. In the past, you have to the sea. This is kind of like surrendering to your spiritual journey. And then right now you have peace. This is really nice, Sag. And then in the future, as we step into Libra season, it's about chop wood. Getting, right now you're kind of in a dreamy state. You might be kind of like dreaming of a new business, a new relationship, a new situation in your life. And then Libra season comes in and it's time to get to work. A little bit like that. You have fork in the road. So for a lot of you, you're going to have a big decision that you're making in the last couple of weeks here of the Virgo season. And that makes a lot of sense because you're making decisions about what kind of stays behind and what you're going to embrace as you step into the Libra season. So a lot of times there's people, situations, even objects that we kind of have to clean out during this Virgo season and get ready for the next season of Libra. So in this past, you have Magician in the Mirror. You could, this is a little bit about, manifesting with the Magician here, but you could have, because you have the sea, that's kind of like surrendering to your spiritual journey. It could be that there's a little bit of smoke and mirrors with the Magician. There's tricks that sometimes, we could be playing on ourselves, or we could be playing with others, or we could have others playing with us. And it's kind of like I get a sense that something has occurred with this Magician energy. You may have felt manipulated by somebody or manipulated in a situation, and it's kind of had you kind of float off into your own direction. Really interesting. Okay, and then with peace, we have the temple path. Yes, I feel like something happened in the past where you felt perhaps a little bit manipulated, and it kind of like opened you up. It was kind of this relationship or situation was kind of like the smoke and mirrors that was preventing you from actually stepping onto your spiritual path or kind of like raising your level of consciousness. And, whatever occurred here has kind of like broken you open, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow, go with my spiritual, allow my intuition to kind of guide me. And right now, this is your present energy, being really on your spiritual path, understanding that this is all happening for a particular reason, but it's bringing you a lot more peace. This is really nice energy. And then you have chop wood with the World card. Like, I get a sense that some of you are actually taking your spiritual business almost to a newer level. A woman holding a heart. So, this is somebody that, it could be, a woman, but it could be like a soulmate type of energy. Mother, grandmother, aunt, good friend of some sort. It could be a romantic partner, but it's kind of like somebody that offers you the love and perhaps the guidance. I feel like when you went on this new spiritual path, or you decided to go in a different direction, because remember, you have fork in the road here, and underneath that you have unfinished business, and then you have yang, taking action, wow, and then regeneration. This could be either you feeling like you're rising from the ashes after something, that was painful, or it could be, actually regenerating, reviving a past relationship with somebody. For some of you, I feel like you're kind of like stepping onto a spiritual path. You've seen how this like manipulation that occurred in the past has put you into a new path. Like really recognizing the fact how, manipulation, you felt like you may have felt extremely betrayed by this person. Like they were holding something back. The other thing is that they were kind of holding you back. I'm getting the sense they may have been holding you back from this spiritual path, whatever that means. Like maybe you wanted to start a spiritual business and this person was like, manipulating you, making you feel like that wasn't really the way to go or something like that. Like maybe that you weren't spiritual enough, or you didn't have, how can you not be spiritual enough? It's kind of like the sense that, this isn't really your path. But look at this. Like, I think you really get busy with it. You're doing the details. You're putting into action some dream that you've had. For some of you, this could be even you hiding your dream of starting a spiritual business or going on a spiritual path from those that you love because you were concerned about how they would feel about it. But you're going to work. And not only are you going to work, like you're really putting it out into the world. Like I feel like on a large level, like you're really, it's almost like that Knight of Swords energy. Like I'm going for it, highly determined. So we're going to go to the tarot. We're going to take a look at your present energy. Remember, you're sitting here feeling very peaceful in your spiritual path. So we'll look at your present energy, any areas of resistance or obstacles on your path, and then we'll take a look at the advice from Spirit, and then finally your outcome if you take the advice. But remember, Sag, you always have free will, so you can do whatever you would like to do. Okay, so here's your present energy, 10 of Wands. Something is definitely coming to an end, whether this is a relationship, a way of life, a job, a career path. Something is definitely coming to an end. You've seen the burden. Like you could have even been trying to convince yourself that this wasn't that much of a burden, or that you could still do it and be spiritual, or, have this relationship and still be spiritual. There's, something with the smoke and mirrors energy of the magician. It's like you're wanting to manifest something new in your life, and yet at the same time, it's like an illusion. Like you couldn't have it actually come into fruition for whatever reason. And now you're like putting down the burdens of that. You're you're saying to yourself, I've got to do this. And it's a peaceful decision. Remember, you have fork in the road. It's like a peaceful decision. Like there is calm. It's kind of like, this is the path to go on, and you're just fine with it. You're just dropping the burdens. And look at, even with the 10 of Wands, it's like a bunch of flowers, right? It's like, I can do this. I can make something grow out of something that was painful. All right, your area of resistance or your obstacle is High Priestess. Listening to your intuition. For some of you, once again, you could have people around you that are trying to persuade you to go in a different direction, or they're only doing that because of their own fears of you leaving their life. They may understand that this is something that you need to go on, but then they're looking at it in a fearful way for themselves. Like, if you were to go on the spiritual path, some of you may actually be traveling the world, looking for, mentors, gurus, teachers that can help you with this, because chop wood is really about doing those things that you need to do in order to have something come into fruition. And I get a sense that some of you do, want to go that way, but your intuition, you're blocking your intuition. You may be paying a little bit too much attention to what other people think, or you may be concerned about what they think. So your advice is 7 of Cups, getting really clear. Look, this angel is pointing to one star. You see all the different options around you, but you're choosing one. You're choosing your path. And once again, I feel like you're just really calm about this. When you get into your intuition and you listen to your heart, the answer is super clear. It's crystal clear. It's like you know exactly where to go. Remember, with your intuition and with the magician, you have all the tools that you need. You can move forward. You know everything. It's already within you. And it's just kind of like getting really crystal clear about what direction you want to go in, and then taking those actions, putting it into reality. And then, wow, Knight of Cups at the end. Finding a life that you really love, finding true love, loving yourself is just a sense of that your whole world comes into a sense of joy and abundance. Really nice. 4 of Pentacles on the bottom. For some of you, this can sometimes be a sense of fear, and this is your subconscious, the bottom of the deck. For some of you, you could be holding on, really, look at, she's holding on to a house there. You could be holding on, one reason that you're having a hard time stepping in this direction is because you're concerned you have to leave, people or a home behind that you really love. But you just kind of have this sense that this is the direction you need to go on. And it's just kind of like holding on, almost for dear life. Like, I really don't want these people or this situation to leave my life. But I'm also being called. I get the sense of the Judgment card, being called to actually go in, a certain direction. On the bottom is the Hermit card. I think for some of you, you may for a while go on this path by yourself. Now you end up with Knight of Cups, so that's really nice. But you may just have to do this by yourself for a little while until you meet like your new soul tribe or new soul mates. So let's take a look. We're going to clarify these. 10 of Wands. Wow. Death card. 6 of Wands, King of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Yeah, when we make big changes in our life, there is some sadness to that. It's kind of like we have to mourn the cycle that we're coming out of, even though you know that there's some burdens to it. Like you cannot move into the next step and still carry all of this from the past with you. You're transforming. You're having victory over it. And then with the King of Pentacles, it's a really grounded energy. It's also, financially set. That's why I think a lot of you are perhaps starting a new spiritual business or going on some type of, new path that is, you're going to try to make money, but it's not the money. I don't get a sense that you're doing it for the money. You're doing it for the soul growth. And it's going to bring you not only a lot of, super grounded energy, it's also going to provide for you financially. This is lovely. Like you've really transformed. I feel like for some of you, you may have transformed from being in a very materialistic type of energy, career driven or something like that. And you're kind of, turning more into somebody that can manifest the money, but also go onto the spiritual path. A lot of people feel like, oh, well, you can't make money and be spiritual. But that's not really true, right? And so I think that that's, the direction that you're going in. You may be kind of even wrestling with that idea. Well, if I go on the spiritual path, does it, you do, can I also have, financial security? And yes, you can. There's, remember, the universe is very abundant and there's plenty for everyone. So let's go into, this is your area of resistance. Your the high priestess, listening to your intuition. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the World card, and then the Three of Wands. Two of Wands, yes, you are making a decision on what path to go on. That's the same thing as, the fork in the road. What you're resisting is listening to your intuition about how you can start a business. Like, I think for some of you, you really want to go on this spiritual journey, but for some reason you also are concerned about financial stability, which could be a concern. But you're stepping into this new world. Like, you really want to step into this new world. You may have even been waiting a while to step into this new world, or have the opportunity come across your path so that you could go in this direction. You may have been waiting for the financial security to do this. So you're getting something either from the universe or an opportunity of some sort so that you can do this. You intuitively, it's kind of like your intuition is guiding you towards this, but that's the area that you're blocking. You're kind of blocking this. So let's take a look at your advice from Spirit. So with the Seven of Cups, you're getting, wow. I'm going to take one more too. We have lots of cards popping out here. Yes, nice. Four of Wands on the bottom. Okay, so you do have, it's about getting, I'm getting this sense, this is sometimes a card of chaos and conflict, confusion, that type of thing. But the sense that I'm getting here is that you need to get crystal clear on what direction you want to go in. And put that out. Remember, you have the magician energy here. So it's about getting really crystal clear about what it is, the path that you want. What does that path look like? Especially since the Pentacles keeps popping up, what is it that you really need financially in order to go on this path? Because as soon as you get crystal clear and actually put it out to the universe, it's kind of like you're sitting on this cloud and you point to the star and you say to the universe, that's the direction I want to go in. And when you do, it's a lovely energy. Look at, you have the Queen of Pentacles. So you have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, this could be a spiritual partner or a soulmate or, a romantic partner that's going to join you on this journey. You may be a little afraid of doing it by yourself, but somebody is coming in, and that's a lovely court pair, right? You're kind of like, in the sense of, I don't know, do I have everything? Kind of like feeling, I don't know. But what you don't know is that the universe is about to bring in something for you. And it's going to be something that helps you to celebrate and get out of this energy of Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is about change. Like, you have to celebrate the change that you are going through. That's the sense I'm getting. And it's going to bring you in. This is the Six of Pentacles. Bring in this lovely, balanced energy. It's truly a message that once you get really clear about the direction you want to go in, and you may not know the whole path, right? Like, you may choose to go to the star, but you don't know how you're going to get there, right? You don't have to know everything. The universe is going to help you. They're going to put the people and the situations on your path so that this can come into fruition. Because look at, you have a Knight of Cups here. It's, a sense that the love will come to you, whatever that means to you. Like, maybe you really want romantic love, or maybe you want more friends and family, or maybe you want to put more love out into the world. You want the world to be a more loving place. So let's see what we have here. Page of Cups, Ten of Cups, wow, Knight of Swords, Tower. It comes in instantly, almost. Like, it comes in super sudden. We have the King of Swords and the Judgment. So for some of you, there could be perhaps a reunion with an air sign. Doesn't have to be. But the Judgment is also about making a choice, getting, once again, crystal clear about the direction that you want to go in, and getting rid of any of this, mental anguish about the direction. And I love this. Look at, this is what you have coming in. Once you get clear about going on the spiritual path, and just putting it out to the universe and starting to take action. This is you chopping wood, right? Doing the steps that you need to do just to get this going. And the universe, it comes in. Look at this. You have the Page of Cups, the Ten of Cups, and then you have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is you getting crystal clear and being determined. This is what you want. And Sag, it seems to me like you really want to go on some path that incorporates a lot of love. Look at all that love. I mean, it's incredible. You want love. You're determined to go for it. And at the same time, I feel like, you want a true soulmate, somebody that's really connected to you, to your heart, to putting this out, to working on bringing more love into the world. Like it's a mission. I really get a sense that this is something that really is heart-driven, something that you just really want to do. And it has something to do with the world. Putting something, bringing more love to the world, bringing more kindness to the world, raising the level of consciousness of the world. Some of you could be starting an internet business, maybe a YouTube channel, really putting something out there, being willing to do the work, the daily work that it'll take to spread this throughout the whole world. Really nice. Okay, here's your Cosmic Journey card, and it says you are perfectly imperfect. Yeah, I get the sense that, for some of you, this Magician, you may have been, the smoke and mirrors, you may have been trying to be something that you thought you needed to be in order to get this going or to be on this path. And it's kind of like, no, embrace who you are. This is about you embracing who you are. Your perfections, your imperfections, everything about you is perfect. And you have everything that you need. Both of these cards are indicating you have everything you already need. You have the wisdom, the knowledge, the experience, the skills, the talents, the gifts. You have everything you need in order to move this dream of yours in from an illusion, if you will, into reality. Because this is kind of like illusion and this is reality. You're trying to bring something into fruition. And, with the Libra season coming in, the balance of the Libra season, it really is lovely. Like, I think whatever you're trying to do is going to bring you so much more balance. You started off thinking a lot about pentacles, and money and everything. And then in the end, you end up with all this love. It's really, it's so balanced, right? It does balance out. Like you're balancing the money and the love, the money and the financial stability, and also the passion, the love for what you do. It's beautiful. All right, and here is your Lover's Oracle card. Only time will tell. And isn't that true, right? You don't. I do think you did have the Tower card here. I think when this comes together, it's kind of like an epiphany. Like, oh my goodness, like I really did this. I have the financial security and I love what I do. And I think for a lot of you, you may also meet a romantic partner along the way too. And this whole thing could become something that the two of you work on. But for a lot of you, it's just, it's going from concentrating on money to concentrating on love. It's balancing those two out so that you have, they're saying the perfect life that you're dreaming of. Well, Sag, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed doing it for you. If you did resonate with it, I would really appreciate it if you would consider like, sharing, or subscribing. And I wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.